I've been looking forward to testing this coating from our friends at the House of Rags. They've made a lot of cool products in recent days, and I'm really interested in seeing how this coating performs. To find out just how good this product is, we're gonna put it through my whole test suite, every test that I do. And I'm gonna start out by making sure everything's mixed up really well. We'll apply a generous amount of coating. I'm gonna start out with kind of a cross pattern and then hash mark in as the instructions tell us. As I'm going over, I feel like the product is a little bit tacky. It's giving me a little resistance. Instructions don't really call out a flash time. They just say to look for beading and flashing. After about 3 minutes, I'm starting to see some of the beading. You're getting those lines from the crosshatch pattern that are forming. After 5 minutes, I'm really starting to see beads, and I think we're getting pretty close to removal. Let's test it again. See, now it's not transferring over to the tape. And let's test the removal. I will show you the scoring for this test on the screen. And ooh, it's a little tacky again. You're definitely gonna put a little effort into the removal. I can tell you that I do think there are some challenges in the application. Maybe the timing needs to be radically different. However, the current instructions just don't call out enough info. Right now it's a little blurb. There's nothing that really comes with the box and kit. It should be something that is easier to figure out, especially if newer users might use the product. It's time to figure out the surface energy of the Detail Co Ceramic Slim. And what I mean by surface energy is how hydrophobic the product is. The low surface energy of a coating should allow water to make nice round beads on top of our surface here. I've already pre-treated this panel some time ago with the Ceramic Slim, and now we'll be looking through my contact angle meter, which I designed and 3D printed, that has a microscope connected to my laptop, and this pipetter, which makes tiny droplets of deionized water. We're gonna average 5 readings and figure out just how hydrophobic this product is. Overall, the contact angle on average was 101.2 degrees, which puts it in the very good category for 7.5 points. No, it's not king of the hill, but it should still give you some great self-cleaning, great hydrophobicity, that nice beading action that a lot of us want to see from our coating. I would be pretty happy with this. I've launched a new website called detailscore.com, which allows you to see all of my test results. You can sort through, use filters, and figure out the exact perfect product for you, see the characteristics, and watch one of my videos. Now we can narrow down those results even more. Scroll up to the top and hit the show filter button. Let's say I'm okay using any type of product. Maybe I want it to have neutral to maximum ease of use. Bump up that visual appeal. We want something really pretty. Then we'll look at slickness. I think we want this to be a slick product. Maybe we'll bump up that hydrophobicity too. Make sure it retains a good amount of specular gloss, and then we'll lock things down even more by increasing that durability requirement. Finally, we're going to sort everything by the prettiest products on red. And now the list that you get will have products that match all of those filters, and that makes it much easier to narrow down your choices. And now it's time to find out if this is a pretty product. And to do that, we're gonna look at 2 test panels, the red one we just prepped together and a black panel that I did off camera. We'll be looking for depth, for pop, for gloss, quality of reflections, and figuring out where this panel comes in between a -10 and a +10. I'll show you the scoring system on the screen now, but essentially we'll look at both panels and then average the score. We're gonna start out with the red panel, which I think has been improved by the Detail Co Ceramic Slim. I am seeing a bit more richness in the paint. It does have like a little bit more pop. I don't think we're talking about a huge difference, but it certainly has made that part of the panel look nicer after the application. And if you have a red car, I think it would certainly look better, although I just don't think this product is like a 10 in terms of looks. It didn't really quite come off as striking and like incredibly deep and rich. However, keep in mind, red is a very difficult color. It's bright. It's kind of easier to show improvements on black and other darker colors. So some products do struggle on the red, although occasionally we see ones that struggle on the black. Sometimes they do better on the red. It's a little strange, but most products, it's usually black where they're stronger, or darker colors in general. So speaking of that, let's look at our other panel. And here's the black test panel, and you can see the Detail Co on the right. Different product is on the left for another video. But as I rotate around, I think you should be able to see that this is indeed a very pretty product on the black. I think it looks fantastic. It's very striking and strong, and I would go to a 10 here. So if you have a darker color vehicle, this product may be the right choice specifically for that. So that means overall, we're gonna average 7.5 points. This is a pretty product. We've already looked at the Detail Co. Ceramic Slim visually using my eyes to figure out just how pretty it is, kind of based on my tastes and expertise. Now we can do an objective test using a gloss meter to figure out exactly how much specular reflection this product creates on top of our panel. Now, when I prep this panel, it averages 88 gloss units, and now we'll be using this gloss meter to take 5 readings and figure out if that number's gone up or down, and then score accordingly. On average, we got 90.8 gloss units with our Detail Co. Now, if we subtract 88, we see that we're gonna get 2.8 points because we increase specular reflection by 2.8 gloss units. And our eye's ability to see gloss kind of starts right at that level. 5 gloss units, you'd start to notice. 2 to 3 is marginal. I think it depends on who's looking and how carefully. Now we can figure out if the Detail Co. Ceramic Slim increases the slickness of our panel. What we're looking for is a low static coefficient of friction, and for that we're going to figure out the amount of gram force needed to move this 1,040 gram block across the panel that's been treated with the coating. So let's take 5 measurements and figure out exactly how slick it is. On average, it took 144 grams of force to move our 1,040 gram block, so let's work out that static coefficient of friction with some basic division. And here we can see that we got 0.14 rounded up as the static coefficient of friction. That puts this product into the very good category, which means it's going to get 7.5 points. It may not be king of the hill here, but it will provide protection for your vehicle from minor swirling and scratching as you wash and maintain it. To test durability, I've set up an objective and repeatable method that uses a device called an oximeter. This device will run a terry-covered applicator across the test panel we've been looking at while dispensing shampoo to simulate washing. Before kicking off any test cycles, I'm going to spray some water on the panel so that we can check the baseline performance, and as a heads up, there is a control strip down the middle so that you can reference the bare clear coat. That looks like some really good hydrophobicity. I'm going to be locking the test panel into the oximeter, and I'll throw the scoring system up on the screen now and show you that we test in batches of 10, 20, 50, 100, 300, and 1,000 passes. And after each round of passes, I'm going to spray the panel with water again, just like I showed you, and we'll see if the coating is still working. You might notice these blocks look a little different now. They're dimensionally the same, but they hold on here a little better. Just as a reminder, this is not a longevity test, it is purely a durability test. Longevity will depend on all kinds of real-world variables we can't possibly control in the lab. However, this will still give us a solid sense of how well a product can stand up to repeated washing. The Detail Co. Ceramic Slim is performing really well 1,000 washes in. We are starting to see a wear line forming, but it's still not very pronounced. In fact, I'm not sure how well it'll come through on camera. I suspect the Slim will provide some real-world longevity on your vehicle. The testing's done, so what do I think of the Detail Co. Ceramic Slim? Is it legit? And I think it definitely is a legit coating. It performed well across a number of characteristics. I particularly liked how much it brought up gloss. That was pretty impressive. It's definitely on the higher end of what we see. Furthermore, the durability was excellent, coming in at 1,000 washes. Very strong. I do think the one area that there could be some improvement is in the installation. I just found it grippy going on and coming off. I think I mentioned it in the video, but the instructions are a bit lacking even on the website, at least as recent as when I'm filming this. Eddie, if you're watching, I know you don't like to follow instructions. Some of us do. Definitely an area that could be improved, and overall, great product, man. I do hope you see this. In my testing, I always either go by what's on the bottle, or if there's nothing on the bottle or the instructions aren't very detailed, I'll go on the website and look. But I generally won't go and look at like a YouTube video someone else made. I don't really want to be biased by somebody else's YouTube video to think the product is one way or another. But also, instructions can affect the results of the product. So an extra long flash time might increase durability, but it might also decrease usability. But overall, great job to the guys at the House of Rags. Excellent product from Detail Co. Very happy I got to try this. And I think this is something you might consider if you're interested in a lot of specular reflection, you like that gloss, and you want something pretty durable that won't come off when you're washing your vehicle. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos and you've enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit like, and leave me a nice comment. Or if you didn't like the video, leave me what you thought in the comments. I do this kind of in-depth, nerdy detail testing all the time. I do some how-to videos, some car mods and builds. If you're into cars, there's something here for you. Make sure to come back and see me again soon.